Hey, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. I'm Nichelle with 2Excel with Nichelle.com. I bring you information, inspiration, and motivation to help you start, market, and grow into the CEO of you. I'm the startup CEO helping you to start a profitable business from your kitchen table while you're still working your 9 to 5. I don't know if that's my screen a little cloudy there or if it's me. Welcome. If you are new to my broadcast and this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you like what you hear, you like business information, inspiration, and motivation to push you out of your comfort zone into your next level, then connect with me. I'm also on Instagram and on Twitter at Nichelle Womack. And you can connect with me there for daily inspiration, motivation, and information to help take you to your next level. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Jake, how's it going? What's going on, Pastor Monique? Thank you so much for dropping in and sharing. Greatly appreciate you. Hello, hello, hello. Is that Cheryl? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here as well. Pray all is well with you guys in your neck of the woods. Today, we are going to talk about selling. Yes, we are. It is the holiday season going into next year. My goal is to consistently be profitable, and I would hope as business owners that is your goal as well. Blessings to you as well. Thank you so much that is your goal as well, to stay profitable in your business. You cannot be profitable in your business if you're not doing what's necessary, the requirements for you to be that way. Now, I was talking to someone a little earlier and we were talking about strategy, because business is nothing but strategy, as I share with you all the time. And we were talking about different strategies that one could use when we're talking about startup, because I work with a lot of startup entrepreneurs. Just to give you a little background, again, if you're new here, I'm Nichelle with 2Excel with Nichelle.com. You can click the link in my bio to learn about more about what I do to help you. And I have a BA in business, an MBA in business, 30 plus hours in mental health, and I'm a dissertation away from a PhD. I also have a license in real estate insurance, plenty of certifications, a certified life strategist, as well as business strategist. So those are some of the credentials that I have, and I've been in business personally for 25 years. So let's talk about the selling. First, before I get started, I want to just share with you a couple of quotes that I found to be very intriguing in regards to sales. The first one states, to build a long-term successful enterprise, when you don't close a sale, you need to open up a relationship. Sales is nothing but relationship building. I shared that with you the other day when I was talking to you about my goals when I was working in pharmaceutical as a manager, what we had to relay to our staff, building those relationships. And it goes back to the fact that if people trust you, they like you, they know you, and they believe in what you say, then they will do what you need for them to do. Another one, 90% of selling is conviction and 10% is persuasion. So basically persuading people, convincing people that what you have, that they need it. Another one that struck me that I thought was really good. If you are not taking care of your customer, your competition will. I share that with you all the time. And so what does your customer need from you? Your customer needs you to be relatable. Your customer needs for you to always provide them with something that they need. If they don't need it, sometimes people even still buy things that they don't need because they have that relationship built with the person that's selling it. So keep those things in mind. I love quotes and I love things that inspire me and make me think to figure out what I can do better and continue to grow at it. So sales, the 5 C's of selling, what are they? The first one that I want to share with you, it really falls back onto some of the quotes that I've given you. And the number one thing that you need to be aware of when you're talking about selling is connecting with people. Connection is so important. And when we're talking about connecting, we're talking about having similarities, ideas, and opinions of those that you are selling to. So when you are connecting and have that similarity, people can relate to you and what you offer. that's why I mentioned the other day, I literally don't sell anything that I don't have a connection with, that I personally cannot relate to, because then it'll be difficult for me to sell it. And that's for most people. I don't care how great you are at selling. If you are not connecting to what it is that you are promoting or offering, or have a valid, clear understanding of it, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell it. So that first C is connecting with the customer, having a like mind, similarity of ideas and what it is that you're selling. That's number one. The next thing in regards to the 5 C's of selling, we're talking about conversation. Now, when I'm speaking to new business owners, a lot of them are not really great at sales from their perspective, but I go back to my point as I share with you all the time. At some point in your life, you've sold something. In fact, every day we're selling something. We don't call it sales, but it literally is. If you are convincing someone, whether it's a service that you're talking on the phone as the customer service agent, whether you're teaching in a classroom, all of those things are selling somebody on an idea that you have that you need to convey with them. So when you're talking about conversation, what type of conversations are you having with the people that you are selling to? Once you find out what their needs are, I go back to that point again as I share with you all the time. Once you find out what their needs are, you can sell to those needs. And I go back to it saying, as I say all the time, people will tell you everything that you need to know if you pay attention to them. Their actions will also tell you what you need to know. Prime example. Today I was speaking, I do roadside assistance, and I was speaking with a young lady, and she said that she had a child going back and forth to college, and that she had had her car towed many times, and the provider dropped her. And I said, interesting, because what I do and who I represent, you can have unlimited tolls. There is no dropping. When she said that, when I said that to her, her ringer went off. And she's like, well, who do you work with? And I said, I represent myself. I'm an independent contractor. And I started sharing with her the benefits of the service that I offer. Well, that hot button, remember what I just said? Her daughter had her car towed multiple times, and the provider dropped them. When I said the provider that I represent offers unlimited towing, no matter how many times you get your car towed, that was a trigger. So listening to what she said, hitting the hot button because that was her daughter. And of course, as a parent, if you're a parent, you have compassion for your children and you want them to be safe. So what did I do? I sent her to my website and got a sale. And so it's very key. When you do those things, your customers want you. People don't like to be sold, but they want to buy. Understand that. People don't like to be sold to, but they want to buy. And you have to convince them, persuade them, direct them to what it is that they need, that they don't often know what they need. People don't know what they need until you share with them, till you show them, and till you tell them. And hit that hot button, and then you will be able to see where you're going and where they're going from there. And so having that conversation with your clients in good dialogue, addressing those needs and concerns will help you get to the point where you can earn the right to ask for the business. So that's number 2 of the 5 C's of selling. Number three in the 5 C's of selling is communicating. Okay? Communicating is different than conversation. Conversation, we pick up with somebody at the bus stop. We pick up with somebody at the grocery store, with somebody at church. Conversation. But when you're communicating, you literally are understanding a deeper version of that conversation. Okay? When you're having a conversation, you literally understanding a deeper version of that when you're communicating, you're having a different version of that conversation. And so in the process of communicating, people are addressing things. In the process of communicating. And when we're talking about communicating, then we're talking about what needs, again, going back to those needs that need to be addressed, and how you can facilitate them. And you want to make this, if you're selling to this client, you want to make them a consistent, persistent client. And so the dialogue does not stop when you're communicating. The dialogue does not stop. It's consistent. And that goes into when you're looking at your systems of communication. It may be your email system. It may be text marketing. It's something that the dialogue consistently goes on beyond the conversation. The 5 C's of selling. The consistency goes beyond just the conversation. So then we go into the fourth aspect, the 5 C's of selling. Now, this is really, really big because when you're talking about the community, which is the next one, you're talking about things that relate to that buyer, the community. Now, let me give you an example. Beyonce, she has a community. The Beehive is strong. Whatever Beyonce puts out, people just are completely attracted to it and they run to it no matter how much it costs, and they purchase it. They take up for her when she's in dispute with somebody. You see it on social media all the time. People are always taking up. So she has built a strong community. When you are selling, the process of selling, your goal, your ultimate goal should be developing a community that not only stays consistent with you, but will have your back on a regular basis. The 5 C's of selling: build, develop, expand, and dominate in your community. A community comes into play when you are looking really to build your brand. It's so key to have people that are supportive behind you, that understand what you do, that will be your salespeople when you're not there. The community, the 5 C's of selling. The community will be that for you if you are doing the things that they need for you to do. And that is to give them what they want. Their needs and their desires have to be met. And so the community is so important because, again, it goes to that trust, that support, and it enables you to have that authority and that right, once you built that community, to ask for the sale. Majority of the people don't get the sale for the simple reason they don't ask for it. I go back to my video last week, my broadcast last week. You have not because you ask not. If you don't ask, you would never get it. In the community, they give you the right to ask for that because people will not build from the process or the steps to the community without having great trust, respect, and giving you that authority. So keep that in mind. These are your backbone people of your tribe, the people that are your ride or die, as they say, in your community. The fourth one, I think I'm on number 4. Number 4, that is very, very important, or I'm on number 5, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, excuse me, I'm on number 5. Number 5, the 5 C's of selling. This is the importance of the whole process. This is why you're here. This is why you go into business. The main reason. The 5th C of selling is collecting. Some people may say getting them coins, okay? Collecting. Going back to everything I've said, once you get to the point of respect, dignity, understanding, confirmation, the collecting is not an easy process, but a simple process. And I spoke on this a while ago, having different levels where people can get what you have, because everybody's not going to be able to afford everything. And so if you have levels of what you offer, people are more assertive in responding. You know, everybody does not make the same amount of money. And so you have to think of that in mind. But then you also, as a business owner, have to really classify and clarify who it is that you serve. When you understand who you serve, you can really specify the client that you want. And then the process of selling will be less horrific, if that's a nice word to say. It'll be easier if you understand who you're selling to in those 5 C's of selling. And so putting them in perspective, and they really don't have to go in any particular way, but at the collecting stage, you should be able to monetize on a consistent basis. If you take it from the beginning of what I shared with you in the beginning of the broadcast to the collecting aspect. So from the connecting to the collecting, at that point, you should be consistently able to monetize from the community that you have built. And the process of sales is never easy. It's never easy. You have some people out there that will instantaneously gravitate to what you need, what you have to offer, for the simple reason they've been looking for it. They've been looking for it for quite some time, and you just happen to show up and be there when they need it. Sometimes it's all about being in the right place at the right time. Hey, how you doing? It's being in the right place at the right time. So everybody doesn't go through these stages of the 5 C's of selling, but to get those customers that are going to be there from day 1 to day 2 to day 3, okay? To get all of those clients, in order for you to do that, then you are literally going to have to go through these stages, because you don't want just a one-time client. You don't want just a one-time client. You want repeat business over and over and over again. And you don't want to always have that right to have to earn the right to do that once you've built that community up. So once you build the community up, you're within somewhat free range, because you know that they're your supporting cast, that these people will be here through thick and thin, through hell or high water, your ride or die. Same way as I went back to the Queen Bee, Beyonce. Those people there, even if they can't afford it, they're going to find a way to make one to get what they have, because what she has to offer. Okay? And so everybody won't be Beyonce. Everybody's not going to be there. But if you look at her business model, she literally has a well-structured selling format. She didn't just get there overnight, just like Rome wasn't built overnight. Oprah Winfrey didn't get there overnight. Bill Gates didn't get there overnight. Steve Jobs didn't get there overnight. Process takes time. It's through the process, the struggle, the trials, the tribulations that you find what works for you. Now, these things have worked for me, and I've shared them with my staff when I'm working with them. If you want results, you have to learn how to develop each one accordingly and apply it to what you do. You may have to twist it around for it to work for you. You may have to build upon it for it to work for you, because everything don't work for everybody. However, everything can work if you find out a specific point in it that addresses specifically you and what you're doing and who you're speaking to in order for it to work. And so that is my message on 5 C's of selling. Whatever business that you're in, whether it's direct sales, myself, real estate, insurance, all of that, consulting, you can find a way to approach this method and that it worked for you. But you have to have the idea, and again, as I mentioned earlier, understand who it is that you're trying to sell to. And once you understand those two perspectives, it'll be easier for you to build upon these 5 C's of selling. So I'm Nichelle. Thank you so much for stopping in. I am your startup CEO, helping you to start and market and grow a profitable business from your kitchen table. I help you do that on a regular basis. I am a certified life strategist, business strategist, and I have a MBA in business. So I've been doing this for some time now. And most of the time when people approach me about startup entrepreneurship, this is the question I get. That's why I've been addressing it for the last couple of days. Also, if you are interested in starting from your kitchen table, I have a webinar that is, it's a master class, because we're going way beyond that. I think it's like 6 or 7 strategies that we will be discussing about real estate coming up this Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're interested in the business of real estate, check the link out in my bio and you can connect. It is on the low for $27. It's going to be about a 2.5, maybe 3-hour webinar. It will be a replay as well, but I'll be going through different strategies and techniques to help you to start a profitable business in real estate from your kitchen table. The replay will be available afterwards, but that's going to start at $97. So on this one here, the introduction of this program is starting at $27. It is $27, but the replay will be $97. And if you sign up and you're not able to be there, you'll still get the replay after it's done. So that is my message for you today. Again, if you like positive inspiration and motivation and you are on Instagram, connect with me there at Nichelle Womack, and I'm also on Twitter at Nichelle Womack. Thank you so much for popping in, popping in love. Greatly appreciate you. If you like business, strategy, and all that stuff, and you want to hear some of my previous broadcasts, you can check me out on the People Connect podcast. You can download that on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and on Google. And the link is also in my bio at the People Connect podcast. We also have a Facebook page, the People Connect podcast as well. So thanks again. I'm here Monday through Thursday, typically between 3 and 9 p.m., depending on what my schedule looks like for today. And then I come on and share that information with you. Business information, life, strategy, how to help you get to your next level. Thanks again. Blessings and peace unto you, to all the replay viewers. Thank you so much for coming in and tapping that screen. Blessings and peace until next time. I'm Nichelle Womack signing off today. Bye-bye.